How to skin soften in Photoshop without a plugin. We're going to go from this to this. You're watching
Photoshop Fast.
Before we get going, what you do want to maybe think about before you get into this is you want to get rid of the blemishes and hairs in the face. But for the sake of tutorial, we're just going to pass on that. And we're going to copy this layer by Control J or Command J if you're on a Mac. And then we go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And I'm going to run, this is kind of my default, so somewhere around in there. We could always back it out later, and we'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to go OK. I'm going to click on Channels right over here, and then I'm going to Control click or Command click RGB. And you see what we got there. Come over to Edit, Copy Merged, or you could use Control Shift C or Command Shift C. So it's Copy Merged. And then we're going to go Edit Paste, which is Control or Command V. Back to our layers here to see what happened. Everything looks blurry still. I know. Zoom. Yeah, there we go. Everything looks blurry still. But when we turn that layer off, it's starting to look better. But the next, what we got to do is add a layer mask. And then we make sure this is black up front. We want the black brush, and you could switch that by pressing the X key on the keyboard. And now I don't know if you're going to be able to see the size of my brush when I'm brushing, but I'm going to make the brush pretty big. I'm going to back out. And I want a pretty good size brush. And I think you can see it now, but once I start brushing, but I'm going to brush around the outside of her face. I'm going to back out just a little bit more. So I'm going to brush around the outside here. And so I think once I click the brush, you're not going to be able to see it because of that. Okay. Well, anyways, just watch over here. You'll see it happening. Okay. So I'm just going to brush this out. Wherever there's no skin, just going to brush it out with a big brush. That didn't happen because I was I was on white. Okay, let's do this again. Okay. So now, yeah, okay, this is better. This is working. And you can see it happening when I'm a little bit closer in. Yeah. So we're just masking the parts out that is not her skin. So we're just going to kind of get around her shirt here. And it doesn't have to be too incredibly accurate, especially for the sake of the tutorial. But we just want to make sure that none of the detail is lost in anything else. I'm going to Control Z that because I think I got a little bit in her face. Okay, and then we'll do her eyes as well. We want her eyes to be crystal clear, and don't forget to set the opacity and flow to 100% because you want everything to come in that you want detail in. Eyes, hair, around here, we'll just kind of, now that we got the smaller one, we'll just brush lightly, gently, make sure we got all of our eyes here. And then the mouth, we'll do the same thing, like teeth or whatever. If you have teeth in your image, just kind of brush the mask out so we bring back those details so it doesn't look like we have soft focus. All right, and that's pretty much it. And if you want to fine tune this, you could use the opacity of this layer and you can bring it in and out. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you got to do. Just make sure before, you do all this that you do some work on like getting hair and stuff out. And there's different ways you could do that. That wasn't the right way. That didn't work. That's better. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and till next time.